you were brainwashed that you are not worthy of somebody paying for you and that you should not expect anything from anyone, that you don't deserve that. Somebody brainwashed you.
Oh, absolutely. Somebody brainwashed her. Probably her parents brainwashed her with decency and taught her that expecting a man to pay for her female company is that word that starts with P and rhymes with Constitution.
Propaganda tool.
And if she acts like that, men will treat her accordingly. Now, I know this is hard to understand for some of the gold diggers on TikTok, but there are still some women out there that don't want to be treated like proper garden tools. The sad part is, though, more and more of those women are getting seduced by the fake social media lifestyle, and they start asking stupid questions on TikTok.
Friendly reminder, but as a woman, you're allowed to want to make your own money and also want a man's money too.
Oh, she's a gold digger.
Those two things are not mutually exclusive. You can call me a gold digger all you want, but the fact of the matter is
that you are, in fact, a gold digger, and I can easily prove that.
Men are allowed to want ambitious women with thriving careers, and somehow that's honorable, whereas a woman who wants an ambitious man with a thriving career gets called a gold digger. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again for the people in the back. Men are allowed to want everything, while women are only allowed to want what gives men the ability to control them. And there is no woman on earth easier to control than a woman who's not allowed to want a man's money because that makes her a gold.
Oh, shut up.
Sweetie, you know what the difference is between you wanting to make your own money and also having access to his money and a man who wants a woman to have a good career? The difference is, as your favorite president would put it, that guy wants his woman to pay her fair share in the relationship.
Pay your fair share. Pay your fair share. Pay your fair share.
Meaning, pay her fair share of the utilities that she also uses, and pay her fair share of the rent or mortgage on the house that she also lives in. So, if you actually think about it, that guy is practicing gender equality. On the other hand, you wanting unrestricted access to his money means you just want to spend more money than you're able to earn by yourself.
This chain of logic is correct, and what is correct is sacred.
Which is the definition of a gold digger.
Fun little convo with my kids tonight. Boys, how does mommy look? Do you like this dress? Yeah, mommy, it's really pretty. You look really pretty. Yeah, pretty ugly.
You know, if my mom ever had even the slightest idea of going out at night wearing that, I would disown her.
Bruh.
But if I'm being perfectly honest, I would probably disown her after the first tattoo.
I did not get hit on one time at the bars last night.
It's sad, isn't it?
And guess what? That's okay. It took me years to realize that the success of your night does not depend on how many times you get hit on, how many times a guy flirts with you, asks for your number, if your friend gets hit on way more than you. That literally doesn't matter. What matters is that you went out and had a good time. You spent time with your friends, you danced, you listened to music, you just lived. And the value of you and the quality of your night literally does not depend on whether or not a guy talks to you.
Copium. I can smell the copium. Hey, it is okay. We don't always get our way, but he's up on that copium.
Bruh. Imagine spending all of that money on makeup, lip filler, and various plastic surgeries only to not be given the male attention you so desperately crave even once, and then actually posting about it on TikTok as a coping mechanism. Seriously, sweetie, less makeup, more self-awareness. You know, I think it's more like a lot of quote-unquote strong women can't get men to commit to them, not because men want to manipulate them and can't, but because a lot of these women go after men who are out of their league. And those guys don't commit. they pump and dump. But hey, whatever cope floats your goat.
It's interesting to me that you guys object so much to me, like thinking that, makeup is sort of deceptive.
Is it? Shave your beard, Brian. What? Shave your beard, Brian.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Makeup is, in its essence, a lie.
What's that thing on your face, Brian? A truth forest? Shave your beard.
If makeup did not amplify or improve or increase your physical appearance in some way, why would you wear it?
Same question, but about your chin sweater. Why are you lying to us, Brian? Shave your beard.
So you are putting on a facade.
You're wearing a face mask made of hair.
Let's look at reality.
Let's look at your jawline, Brian.
Comrade, shave your own beard first. But before you do that, let me mansplain something to you. The whole men growing a beard is the same as women wearing makeup thing that you're obviously parodying from women you've seen on TikTok is a false equivalent. Because if you think about it, biologically, a man's beard is always growing, and the unnatural thing is to shave it off. Nature itself intended men to have beards, so if some men look good with beards, it's a side effect of a natural biological process. On the other hand, women don't produce construction-grade makeup naturally with their faces. They have to pay a crap ton of money to buy it from multinational companies, then apply it to their face using man-made makeup tools in a completely unnatural process in order to hide what their natural faces look like. It's not the same thing.
You're goddamn right.
But if you want a real equivalent for men letting their beards grow and maybe styling them to look better, logically, that would be women going to the hair salon and paying hundreds of dollars to get their hair done. So comrade, if you're telling Brian to shave his beard so we can look at his jawline, you should also tell the lovely ladies to shave their heads so we can look at their scalps.
How dare you!
But that's the reaction you're gonna get, and you wouldn't get box ever again.
Comment that you made, one of your fights, you were like, this fight is literally still paying for my separation and my divorce.
Yeah.
Is that something that you still feel like you're still having to commit so much money to that financial burden and to support him?
Yes, 100%. It's something that, like, living in California, it's a state that it's like, it blows my mind. It blows my mind how basically I go to court almost every year because he comes with this, whole map of how my career will be, like, oh, that she's going to win the belt here in a couple years and then she's going to make this money. And it's just like, it's crazy to me how people can just be money orientated about other people's money.
Just like a woman.
He goes in there and like projects your earnings.
Yes. Yeah. Well, him and his lawyers, right? Yeah. Like, okay, so she'll probably win the belt in 2 years or in 1 year. And then people who win the belt, they make about this much money. I don't work. I'm like trying to work and provide this life for my daughter and like being a mom and taking care of her and doing all this thing. And then I still have to pay him and I have to pay his lawyers to fight against me. And so I'm like paying his lawyer's fees to get my money. And then I'm paying my lawyer and then I'm paying him just to be like a dad.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Well, sweetie, what can I say? Welcome to a man's experience with divorce. Sucks, doesn't it?
Welcome to the suck.
And the thing is, you could have avoided paying all of this money if the commingling of assets in a marriage was abolished and divorce laws were updated to the year 2025, not stuck in 1825. But unfortunately for you, that's unlikely to happen anytime soon because any politician that tries to do that will immediately lose a lot of the women's vote. Because, Ron DeSantis ended lifetime alimony in Florida, and a lot of the lovely ladies that voted for him threatened to vote Democrat after this.
We are strong, independent women. We don't need no man. Women also. Yeah. There's an outcry over taking away lifetime alimony. The law that DeSantis signed in is a step in the right direction. It omitted lifetime alimony in Florida and says that alimony cannot exceed 1/2 the length of the marriage. But apparently these strong, independent women don't have very strong convictions in what they believe, because now they're leaving the Republican Party over this. I mean, because alimony's taken away, they'll no longer be Republicans.
It's sad, isn't it?
Y'all know how they say that your divorce heartbreak is actually not as painful as the heartbreak you experience from the first person you let in after your divorce? It turns out that is true.
Well, yeah. And you know why that happens? Because after they get divorced, aside from the emotional baggage, most women exit a marriage with a bunch of kids and the proven history of initiating divorce and forcing their ex-husbands to pay them alimony and child support. And a lot of men don't want to deal with a woman like that beyond a few dates and some bedroom activities because they don't want to end up like the ex-husband.
Indeed.
That's why, for a lot of you lovely ladies, your ex-husband is the best you're gonna get. It all goes downhill after him.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.